One BYU-Idaho student is using his passion for hiking and walking to spread awareness for millions of people worldwide. Thomas King Jackson, a junior at BYU-Idaho, started his 1,000-mile walk for Tibet in mid-May and is set to wrap it up this week. Since the 1950s, the region of Tibet has been part of Western China. Jackson says its people have been heavily persecuted and haven't had independence for 60 to 75 years. His goal for his 1,000-mile journey is to raise awareness for Tibet and to free its people from persecution.
And at the beginning of the semester, I was like, I just kind of felt like I wasn't doing anything. I was going to classes, I was going to work, but that was my whole day. And I realized I had been talking to people, and no one really in my generation especially knew about Tibet. If they had heard about it at all, they usually didn't know the terrible situation over there.
Jackson spends his free time walking 15 to 20 miles a day around parts of southeast Idaho and western Wyoming and posts highlights of his miles on social media, which get tens of thousands of views.
And it's almost all Tibetans, which is interesting because the point was to raise awareness with non-Tibetans who don't know what's going on. But instead, my account has sort of become this inspiration for a lot of them because they're excited to see someone who's not Tibetan who knows about it. And so I get hundreds of comments every day of people being like, so excited because people, the world doesn't really know about Tibet. And so that's sort of what it's become. It's been pretty sweet to see that.
Although Jackson lived in both India and the Himalayas, his passion for Tibetan freedom came from his father. Jackson's dad has been to Tibet 3 times and has raised funds for education in Tibet. Jackson wants to spread the message of Tibet to as many people as possible.
At this point, all we can do is just keep that fire burning. If the topic loses attention around the world, the cause will be lost if that happens. And so the whole point of this was just to keep that spark alive. I'm a walker, I'm a hiker. Those are things I know I can do and I love to do already. So I was like, how can I turn that into a way I can advocate for something I'm passionate about, which is Tibet? And so, yeah, really, it was just my message has always been, don't forget Tibet, keep the fire burning. And I feel like I've done the best I can in that so far.
To keep up with Jackson's journey, just follow him on Instagram and YouTube at Thomas King Company. For BYU Idaho Radio, I'm Jack Esplin.